Breaking news. The Los Angeles Chargers have a rising superstar, and the entire NFL is sleeping on him. While other teams grab the spotlight, the Chargers might be building something special, and one player is quietly turning heads behind the scenes. Coaches see it. Reporters feel it. Even Justin Herbert is speaking out about it. But before we dive deeper into this developing story, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and smash that bell icon so you never miss a single Chargers update. Let's stay connected. This is where real fans stay informed. Now, back to the news. A respected coach said, "He's in the right place, right split, doing everything right. He's owning the system." Last season, he was just trying to keep up, but this year, he's answering the call. From what we're seeing at OTAs, his technique is sharper, his presence stronger, and his leadership is undeniable. He's organizing team workouts, bonding with teammates, and stepping up like a true professional. Justin Herbert put it plainly, he's showing growth, leading by example. Another coach didn't hold back. He's a starter, no question. Even fans are noticing, and so is the coaching staff. According to SI.com, after a rocky start, he's now viewed as a potential go-to weapon in the Chargers offense. Who is this breakout player? Stick around. The full story is just beginning. This season, all eyes should be on Quentin Johnston, and not just because of potential, because if this guy finally clicks, the Chargers offense could go from good to explosive. Let's be honest. Last year, Johnston faced real struggles. There were a few brutal drops, the kind that kill momentum and confidence. In critical moments, mistakes like that stand out. And once fans see that, the labels come quick. Bust, overrated, not ready. But what most people aren't seeing is the full picture. Behind the scenes, Johnston has been grinding. He's reshaped his game. Coaches say he looks like a completely different receiver than he did just 6 months ago. Faster off the line, sharper in his routes, more confident at the catch point. Everything is crisper, stronger. He's only 23. He's already stacked up 93 catches and 10 touchdowns in just 2 seasons, and that's while still learning on the job. One staff member didn't hold back. This isn't the same Quentin Johnston. He's grown up. He's ready. Media members, coaches, even teammates have echoed the same thing. This is a different player, one with fire in his eyes, one who's out to prove he belongs. Now think about what this means. You already have Ladd McConkey stepping in and making plays. The offensive line looks solid. Justin Herbert is still your franchise guy, still one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. The Chargers have also added more depth at running back, more options, more speed. If Johnston lives up to what we're hearing from camp, this offense could surprise the league, because when a talented receiver finds his rhythm and already has a quarterback like Herbert throwing him the ball, things change fast. And if Quentin Johnston steps up, the Chargers might just have their next star. Let's take a closer look at the numbers, because they tell a story most people are completely missing. In Week 18 of last season, Quentin Johnston quietly posted 13 catches for 186 yards, a breakout performance that few noticed but said everything about where his game is heading. It wasn't just a fluke, it was a warning shot. And here's something even more surprising. Johnston finished tied for 7th in the NFL in touchdown receptions last season with 8 TDs. That's right, the same number as Davante Adams. He was right behind stars like Jamar Chase, Terry McLaurin, and Amon-Ra St. Brown, all double-digit scorers. Think about that. A young wide receiver, still finding his footing, quietly finishing among elite company in end zone production. That's not just potential, that's proof. Now look at another stat. Among all first-round receivers across the league, very few were targeted more in their second season than Quentin Johnston. His usage is increasing. That means trust is growing. The team sees what he can become. And now, with Jim Harbaugh in charge, a coach known for developing players and demanding discipline, Johnston may be entering the perfect system to unlock his ceiling. Let's zoom out and look at the Chargers' depth chart. Mike Williams brings veteran presence. He's big, dependable, and experienced, the kind of guy who can steady an offense, but he's not the game breaker he once was. That's where the youth movement begins. Ladd McConkey, shifty, smart, and already proving he can create space. Trey Harris, a physical athlete with raw upside. Keandre Lambert-Smith, explosive, unpredictable, and full of potential. But the name that could rise above them all? Quentin Johnston. He has the draft pedigree, he has the size, the speed, the work ethic, and now, finally, the right coaching and supporting cast. If he puts it all together this season, the Chargers could be looking at the future face of their receiving corps. Let's be real. If the Chargers are going to make serious noise this season, it comes down to a few key players stepping up, and near the top of that list, Quentin Johnston. This offense doesn't need to be flashy. It just needs to function at full strength, and Johnston is one of those pieces that can unlock everything else. Pair him with rising rookie Ladd McConkey, and suddenly you've got two receivers who can create separation, stretch the field, and punish defenses in different ways. When that happens, everything else falls into place. You already have a tight end room that's solid and dependable. You've got new energy in the backfield with talented, versatile running backs who can both pound the rock and catch out of the backfield. And most importantly, you've still got Justin Herbert, the franchise leader with the arm, the IQ, and the grit to carry this team into deep waters. If Johnston and McConkey both hit, this offense is complete. And when the offense is complete, it changes everything, including the defense. The Chargers already had one of the league's best scoring defenses last season. Even if they hold steady or take a slight step back statistically, they've proven they can contain elite offenses and make critical stops. But here's the key. A well-functioning offense takes pressure off the defense. Longer drives, more time of possession, better field position, and when you're putting up points, you force opponents into mistakes, which turns a good defense into a dangerous one. And let's talk schedule. The early part of the year is going to set the tone. The Chargers open with divisional matchups and then hit a 6-game stretch that looks very winnable. Manageable opponents, favorable matchups, momentum builders. It's a golden opportunity, much like last year's midseason window, to rack up wins and build confidence. If the Chargers come out strong and take 5 of those 6 games, we could be looking at a 7-2 team entering the back half of the year with momentum, swagger, and something to prove. This season isn't about hope, it's about execution. And if all the pieces come together, especially at wide receiver, this team could turn heads. This could be the year the Los Angeles Chargers finally flip the script, not just sneaking into the playoffs, but controlling the AFC West and hosting a playoff game at home. And just think about how far things have come. For years, the Chargers' divisional matchups often felt predictable, especially against teams like the Raiders. The rivalry was intense, but the competition, often lopsided, poor coaching, no quarterback consistency. If the Chargers won, it felt expected. If they lost, it felt like a disaster. But this season, everything's changed. The division is no longer a punchline. It's a war zone of real contenders. Every team now brings something dangerous to the field. The Chiefs still have Mahomes and championship swagger. The Broncos are rebuilding but dangerous. Even the Raiders, under new leadership, have something to prove. And that makes every divisional game must-watch football. 6 intense matchups, real rivalries, real stakes, and best of all, primetime lights on multiple occasions. This is what fans live for. Fall football, evening showdowns, playoff positioning on the line, and the roar of SoFi Stadium ready to erupt. The schedule is set up perfectly. Week 1, huge. Every early win matters, especially in a division where one loss could swing playoff seeding. If the Chargers start fast, build momentum, and stay healthy, they could control their destiny by mid-season. And here's what makes this year feel different. It's not just hype. The team looks balanced, the offense is maturing, the defense is stable, the coaching staff is experienced, and perhaps for the first time in years, Chargers fans are watching a team that feels complete. On the West Coast, football doesn't always dominate weekends like it does in other parts of the country, but that's starting to change. This team is giving fans something real to rally behind, and not just casual energy. Real passion, real belief. When Sundays hit and the Chargers take the field, it's not background noise anymore. It's an event. Every game matters. Every play counts. And if Quentin Johnston lives up to what we've been seeing in camp, that might be the final spark that turns this team into a true AFC threat.